Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside historic Keyworth Stadium as play rolls on in the USL Championship season when Detroit City FC plays host to Monterey Bay FC alongside John Krieger. My name is Neil Rule. Happy to have you with us wherever you may be watching. And John, on Wednesday night here at Keyworth, Detroit City FC got a big win against Louisville City. And John, while it was 3 points in the win column and in the Eastern Conference standings, it was a lot more than that.
It was so much more than that. It was a needed change in formation. It was freedom in attack. It was the fullbacks getting forward and pressing defenders back on the other side of things. That's what Trevor James has been trying to do all year. And on a glorious Wednesday night, it finally all came together.
There was no doubt there was a lot of electricity in the air, as you see with the Northern Guard, and everybody went home happy. Let's take a look at tonight's player to watch, brought to you by the Finnish Long Drink, a crisp citrus soda with premium spirits. Please enjoy it responsibly. And Michael Bryant, part of that defensive back line, John, that was bombing forward. Bombing might be a little aggressive, but they were looking to move the ball.
You know what? Bombing is right on. They were pressing Lou City back, and it showed for most of the match. It's going to be equally as important tonight. You're going to have to keep their shape because Monterey Bay will want to come forward on the counter and bomb their fullbacks ahead as well.
We are going to have a good one here tonight at Keyworth. You can feel it in the air. When we come back, we'll get you the 11s, and of course, we will kick it. It's the Rouge and Gold, it's the Crisp and Kelp, and we have it for you coming up next.
Let's do it.
Come on, Jack, get me.
Ooh, nice play. All right, you go. There we go.
So cute.
At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
I'll get back to work.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
DTE knows everyone has a preferred setting. Some like it cool, others warmer. Some like things slow, and others like it ASAP. Long, hot soak, or quick rinse. But whether it's a slow simmer or a fast boil, DTE makes sure that safe, reliable, cleaner natural gas is there for you, making every setting the perfect one. DTE.
There's a beer in the D for me and you. From Royal Oak to Jefferson Avenue. Grab a friend and a jersey too and chant. Chant like you give a damn. Now we're talking Detroit and straws is spoken here.
Detroit City FC is presented by Ally, the official financial services partner of DCFC. Fago, proud to be the official pop of Detroit City FC. Misdig 811, know what's below and visit misdig811.org before any digging project. Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. And Fort Pontchartrain, proud to be the official hotel partner of DCFC. Welcome back inside Keyworth Stadium. Let's get you Detroit City FC starting 11, presented by Detroit Medical Center, the official healthcare provider of DCFC. And John, it didn't look like it was broken on Wednesday, so Trevor James didn't fix it.
Ben Moore's going to have more freedom. Dario Suarez is going to do what he does, guiding things forward from midfield. The lineup worked Wednesday. Here's hoping for DCFC it works tonight.
And for Monterey Bay FC, brought to you by Fort Pontchartrain, proud to be the official hotel partner of DCFC. Christian Voleski, he is out there. He's a problem. He's a veteran coming up on 200 MLS matches, or excuse me, USL matches played here tonight. And Johnny's a guy that they've leaned pretty heavily on.
And they continue to, and it is a veteran club. Neil, you take a look at the roster up and down. You got a lot of guys that have a lot of experience in this division. On nights like this, that pays dividends.
Absolutely. Valesky, the former MLS draft pick of the Portland Timbers, and as we said, his 200th career appearance, 7 goals, 4 assists as well. He can be a willing distributor.
And, you know, the thing about him is that when he has the ball, he keeps his head up, and he has a great awareness of where he is on the pitch. DCFC is going to have to mark him tightly tonight.
Opening kick temperature 74 degrees, about an hour delay because of some lightning and thunderstorms that moved through the area, but it is perfect now, and away we go. Detroit City FC, Monterey Bay FC. Neil Roll, John Krieger here with you. Monterey Bay FC donor, his cross is sent in. Matt Lewis plays it out. Boy, John, and there's a good look at it. That shot blocked by Matt Lewis. But, John, you pegged this in our opening discussion. You said Monterey Bay FC will move forward. They're showing that here early on.
It's going to be a track meet up and down the wings. Both sides really want to get the fullbacks forward and be an extra source of distribution and an extra option to provide service. It's going to be a large part of this match is going to be how and who controls the battle of the fullbacks.
Dario Suarez gets his first touch on the defensive side of the midfield stripe. So, John, that's an early win for Monterey Bay FC.
Absolutely. You don't want to see Dario picking up the ball on the defensive side halfway or in the center circle. For DCFC to be successful tonight, Dario wants that ball top of the D.
Richard Ballard, who was very, very good on Wednesday night, goes down to the turf. Does get the whistle, however. Moby Fair, the guilty party. And now a throw in the final third for Detroit City FC. Into the second minute here at Keyworth. Appreciate you sticking around with us. At our delay, due to the weather that came through, it is perfect now. However, as we said, Ben Morris has it. Morris, the cross! And the save is made. Boy, Siaha got the job done. Dario Suarez robbed right in front of the goal.
Well, Dario didn't get all of it. If he gets anything behind that ball, but when we look at the replay, you're going to see it come to him, and he just kind of tried to redirect the momentum. He needed to give something a little more on that ball. It would have been 1-0. Here's the replay. Let's take a look. Oh, no, they didn't go to the replay the other way.
Steinwasser wheels that one out. Anthony Siaha, the keeper from Cameroon, was signed by Monterey Bay FC from a trial last May. But he's been more than capable. Cross sent in. Nate Steinwasser will make the grab. Siaha, 1.31 goals against average, 73% save percentage, does have 5 clean sheets. Nate Steinwasser on the other side, 73% save percentage, 1.05 goals against average. He's got 6 clean sheets, which places him in the top 5 as far as USL keepers are concerned. Direct ball goes up ahead, skips out of play.
So let's take a look here on the cross to Dario Suarez. Okay, the throw in, going to come in. All of a sudden, Ben Morris gets to the byline, puts it across. You see that little fluff there by Dario? What he needs to do is key up the leg and guide it in with the foot. He didn't have the opportunity to do that. He was just hoping the bounce would tick it enough. That gave the keeper the time to get over and make the save.
Reese Williams collects. Maxi Rodriguez calling for it in a ton of space at the top of the D. Reese wasn't able to see him. Lejo. He's got the ability to score from anywhere, pretty much anywhere inside that midfield stripe.
And he is unafraid to have a go.
Maxi Rodriguez pings it across. Beautiful ball. Michael Bryant. Bryant the cross. It's headed up. Flicked out. Yoseki played it apart, and that ball sent over top of the frame. But, John, you just talked about the replay there with what Ben Morris was able to do. I'll tell you what, up top, Ben Morris and Dario Suarez, through the first 90 plus 4 minutes and 10 seconds. They've been dynamic.
You know what? They're a very good pair. And I think one of the big decisions that Trevor James had to make was the decision to not start Skage Simonsen. Skage was up front for most of the year. When Dario Suarez came in, he played in a substitutes role for a while. And I think Skage is still developing into the player he will become, versus Dario Suarez, an established player, has allowed Ben Morris to have a little more freedom to do what he does, because you start to develop a relationship based on years in the game and figuring out what a guy wants to do.
This 5 minutes brought to you by DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. DMC, proud to be the official healthcare provider for Detroit City FC. Suarez with the touch. He had some magical moments on the ball against Lou City.
So here's a win for Detroit City FC. Take a look at where Bryant is. He is forward of the halfway line, and he's not making a run, but they're creeping forward to get in to a position to have a go. This is not something we saw for the early home matches here with DCFC. It's nice to see it back.
Monterey Bay FC, a record of 7-7-6. They have 27 points. They are tied for 6th in the very tough Western Conference. Last time out, a 3-1 loss to the Oakland Roots. That was last Saturday. They will host Sacramento Republic next Saturday. These two teams, John, have squared off one other time. July 16th of last season, that was a 0-0 draw in California. Stephen Carroll, the captain, played that cross away. Grant Robinson sends it back. Fair. Hugh Roberts has it. 6'4" Hugh Roberts. And that is not a roster being kind to him. That is a legit 6'4".
I wondered if they might be underselling it.
I would agree. Roberts one more time locked up with Ben Morris. And Morris whistled for that foul. Hugh Roberts was a USL first team performer back in 2016 during his time with Richmond. Over 218 matches played in USL. This is a new team, John, but this is a very veteran roster.
They decided to go right in with players that knew how to win and compete in the division. That is not the tack that some other newer clubs in USL Championship have taken. They've wanted to grow their rosters. No, this is trying to go from the start. And you mentioned that tough Western Conference. If you take a look at the points for the 7th and 8th playoff spots, you're looking at 26 and 27 out west. Right now, 21 gets you in a playoff spot in the East.
Oh, Ballard tracks back. Intercepts that ball perfectly. And there's Suarez again. Bounces off a player. Keeps the control. Morris knocks that one down. Suarez steps over, and Suarez will be called for the foul.
That'll be worth another look.
There is Dario Suarez. Played for the Cuban national team in the 2015 Gold Cup. The feet got tangled up. Three goals on the season for Dario Suarez. Had 2 in Tulsa before he was acquired by Detroit City, and scored that magical one from the midfield line against Loudon. Ballard, toe pokes it up ahead. Beautiful ball by Suarez, and just a little too much mustard on the hot dog. Siaha picks it up.
Well, and Dario was kind of hamstrung there. He didn't know when he had the green light to go for it. I think he was waiting to make sure he was on side, and it ran out on him. So let's take a look at Dario here.
Look at that creativity.
Directs it forward. And Ben Morris trying to have a go there, and I think he was just waiting too long.
Lejeune with it. Sends it back. Northern Guard, Detroit City FC fans in great voice here tonight. They had an extra hour of extracurricular activities before the match due to the thunderstorm that rolled through. Ballard makes a move. Ballard towards the 18, tries to spin back. Ballard very nearly kept it. Was dispossessed.
I give him credit
Bay.
for trying to go 1v3, but that's not a battle you're going to often win.
That slotted pass up ahead, just out of the race of Chase, just out of the reach of Chase Boone. But John, you pegged this when we were talking before we went on the air. Monterey Bay FC, they will look to counter you. They welcome that. They want to go.
They'll let you have possession. You make a mistake, and they will make you pay. But I like the assertive play from Detroit City early. The fullbacks are forward. That lets the midfielders get forward. And the fullbacks are forward in a way that they don't obstruct themselves from getting back in the event of a counter. And that's what you have to do to safeguard against the way a team like Monterey Bay wants to play.
This 5 minutes of broadcast presented by University of Michigan Flint, offering a flexible world-class education. Find the right program at umflint.edu. Left side, Reese Williams. Taken down, official says play on. Reese is still down. There's about 7,000 referees in this building right now that would have made that call, I have a feeling.
So that's going to be an interesting one because they called Dario Suarez for light contact about 5 minutes ago. And I don't know whether the players got tied up here. So let's have a look. They go into the corner, 50-50 ball. Reese gets muscled off the ball. Yeah, that's I could see playing through that.
Michael Bryant, Suarez, Maxey, chip ahead Ballard, gets on the end of it. Beautiful build up here from City. Lejeune makes a move, pushed off the ball. Stephen Carroll collects. City looking aggressive here, 12 minutes in. Cross into the box, will skip through on the keeper, Siaha.
Really good positioning too by Lewis and Carroll as the two center backs. Taking a few steps forward every few seconds that City have possession, just trying to consolidate the back edge of play. Keep things pressed forward.
Throw-in coming up now for Monterey Bay FC.
Now here's where the tough part for Detroit City FC's fullback is going to be. When they're in attack, they're so far forward. When they're in defense like this, you have to keep your shape. And when you're bombing forward as fullbacks, you can sometimes forget that you have to keep your shape defensively. Otherwise, you let offside traps get sprung, you get yourself in a world of trouble.
Oh, but John, it's so much more fun to go than it is to stay.
Listen.
It's more fun.
Every fullback fancies himself a forward. I promise you. Every fullback does. But they have a hard job in a system like this because they have to be really a midfielder and a defender.
Moby Fair swings it to the right side. Here's Alex Dixon. Threads the pass up ahead. Cross sent in. Michael Bryan erases it. Ballard looking to go with it. Ballard taken down. Novello Yuseki disagrees with the call. Richard Ballard still down on the turf. The former Indiana Hoosier won the national championship as a part of the Big Ten All-Freshman team back in 2012. Ballard able to shake it off, at least temporarily. There was Frank Yallop in his second season. Played 389 matches for Ipswich Town during his professional career. 88 matches for the Tampa Bay Mutiny in MLS. Was a head coach for the LA Galaxy, San Jose Earthquake, Chicago Fire, the Canadian national team. He's done it all.
So what you're saying is he's built a bit of a resume.
Yeah, that would be correct.
And
maybe the most decorated resume of any coach in the USL.
I don't know. I'd give Trevor James a run. But
Yep.
where that plays off, Neil, is we talked about the fact that as a new club, Monterey Bay Union went in with a veteran crew. You need a veteran manager to manage that. And they have one.
Those of you tuning in tonight, you see the city flag kits for Detroit City FC. Ball sent up for Ben Morris.
Those flags in honor of the city of Detroit's birthday.
321 years old. She still looks good. That ball played by Chase Boone. Spent a couple of years in the Danish second division. This 5 minutes of broadcast brought to you by DTE Energy. No matter where you are in your energy efficiency journey, DTE can help. Learn more at dteenergy.com/save energy. That ball comes free. Moby Fair was on the Portland Timbers roster back in 2013, played it away. Here comes Monterey Bay FC in that counter attack. Donor keeps control of it. Yoseki had it for a moment. Maxi Rodriguez took it away. Dario Suarez ping pongs off his defender. Blajope on the overplay. Sees Fair spin off of him and send it into space. City defenders tracking back. Ball sent in. Got all the way through. Robinson 1v1 against Ballard. Suarez bumped off by the official. And Bryant controls it. Suarez has it. Tried to send it into space to Ballard to make a run. Moby Fair, the 28-year-old, slots it to the right side. In the 18th minute, no score. Has been good end-to-end action so far, though, John.
It has, but DCFC are winning the battle of the fullbacks right now. Look at how far back the fullbacks are for Monterey Bay. They're in attack. Their fullbacks who like to get forward are not forward.
Nate Steinwasser will slip that one across. Scan the QR code on your screen right now. Happy 322nd birthday, Detroit. To celebrate with DCFC, scan the QR code on your screen and purchase the 2023 flag kit. The kit is an homage to the city, and each color of the city's flag is represented on the kit. Get yours today. Bust out that phone right now. Ball sent across. Ben Morris, good footwork. Maxi Rodriguez turned away.
There's Bryant.
Rodriguez sends it into space. Levi's. Maxi Rodriguez, they're giving him some space to do something with it. So he does and tried to send it across. And Siaha was right there.
But look at how quickly Detroit City FC are in getting back into possession here. They have established a forward position and are pinning Monterey Bay back right now. And DCFC will take that all day. So let's take a look here. You're out on the wing. You pass it to a guy who isn't afraid to have a go. Takes 2 strides. He would have wanted to bend that back toward the post a little bit. Just didn't get all of it.
Lage Hope has it taken away, but then the captain, Stephen Carroll, takes it right back. Ball bombed ahead for Ben Morris. Can he get to it? He does. 2 defenders on Morris. Monterey Bay FC on the other side. They're looking to go. And the ball comes free. Stephen Carroll out. Carroll turned around into the 18. Matt Lewis tracks back to block the shot.
That's a guy who hasn't been pressed into service much today, but he has kept his awareness about him, and he made the play when DCFC needed it most. Watch the way he tracks over here. Big pop-up high in the air, falls nicely, able to be controlled on the artificial surface, cut inside a man, 2 defenders are beaten, and here comes Matty Lewis tracking it down.
This 5 minutes of broadcast presented by SeatGeek. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Detroit City FC seats. First corner here for Monterey Bay FC. Some extracurricular discussion being had in the mixing bowl right now. Good strong corner sent in. Steinwasser had to be firm to punch it away. And Dario Suarez will take no chances.
Smart by Dario. A lot of stuff could have gone wrong there. Get it out of there.
Secchi will send it back. Kai Green. Another veteran, over 165 matches played in the USL for Kai Green. Not many rosters where you can say you got 165 appearances under your belt, and you're far down the seniority list on your side. Maxi Rodriguez steps up. Forces Donor to move back, and then Maxi Rodriguez called for the ticky-tack.
It's been an interesting first 22 minutes officiating-wise. All you want to see as the Tetris goes by is, it's one of my favorite Northern Guard moments, is consistency.
And some physical play, whistle down. That whistle goes against Alex Lara. Reese Williams paid the price.
So you're too far out to have an attempt on goal here. What's going to be very interesting is how City set up the line to start the play. Do they just restart and try to get it out to a wing, or are they going to throw it up into the mixing bowl and see what happens? And from the way they're setting up, it looks like it's option B. Throw it up into the mixing bowl and rattle it around.
Here we go. Brett Levi's runs up on it. Tries to connect with Bryant. Bryant heads it in. Bounces around inside the 18. Bryant gets back to it. And Bryant will shepherd that one out for a corner kick. The first corner opportunity of the evening for Detroit City FC. Brought to you by Mistig 811. Know what's below and visit mistig811.org before any digging project. So we'll see what City does with their first corner opportunity here in the 25th minute. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you at Keyworth Stadium. Corner Corner sent in, headed down by Reese Williams, and just touched over the top of the crossbar. I believe Maxi Rodriguez got on it, and it just bounced over.
That was a well set up set piece. Ball goes all the way through, headed down, too high of a bounce. Maxi couldn't really put a shoulder into it, put a forehead into it. Just kind of an odd bounce.
Everything there but the goal for Detroit City on that attack. Lejeune, Ballard, Levi's to Reese Williams. Williams on the wing stood up. He'll get another chance at it. Sends the cross in. Well, Maxi Rodriguez again. Dangerous on the attack.
If Maxi doesn't slip there, he might have a really good shot to redirect that behind the keeper.
This portion of the broadcast brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers proud to be the premier sponsor of DCFC. Always cool rolling in here at Keyworth, seeing the rouge and gold Chevy Blazer.
It's a nice set of wheels to drive around town.
That whistle will go against Detroit City FC, but tonight, John, DCFC buzzing offensively. Again, everything there but the goal right now.
You know, and they've really picked up. We celebrated, if you're a Detroit City FC fan, the win on Wednesday night, but it was, could they carry that momentum? And Trevor James in training on Thursday and Friday showed the team the final 20 minutes of that win over Lou City, where they really played with some of the most freedom we've seen them play with all season. It looks like they have taken that last 20 minutes, carried it over to tonight.
Stephen Carroll does the job again, erases the threat. Suarez tried to make a turn, take him down one more time. Monterey Bay FC, very physical over the course of the last few minutes. And John, this atmosphere here tonight, you can feel it. The crowd's as loud as we've heard it in a very long time. It's electric in here. This is one of the best atmospheres in American soccer, pound for pound. Ballard drives it towards the back post. Dario Suarez, the header.
What a ball by Ballard. He runs, tracks that down, and puts it on a dime for Dario. And Dario just couldn't get enough purchase on the header to slot it home.
Siaha had to be sharp.
And it started because Ballard didn't give up on the ball. A lot of players might have let that run out of play. He caught it up, turned, had the space, and dealt the ball.
Another whistle. The officials here tonight, Sergei Demianchuk is the head referee. Jeremy Smith, Eric Wood, and Ryan Homick, the fourth official.
So take a look at Ballard here. That ball is running toward the touch line. He doesn't let it run out, picks it up, realizes he had space, and bent it and put it right in Dario's kitchen. And Dario just couldn't get enough on it. Oh, that's a great move. Again, Ballard in the mix.
Fair takes it away. This could be an opportunity for Monterey Bay FC. They have 4 up, but City now have 6 back.
And there you go. That's what it, getting back in that defensive shape quickly. That's going to be one of the most important parts of tonight's match, Neil.
And John, now we've had a match plus 29 minutes of kind of this new formation that Detroit City has rolled out. And while it's very much different than what we're used to seeing, there are some philosophies that remain the same. And John, I'll tell you, a lot of it is the same. It's just the backs replace the wingers as the work rate guys.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a good thing. And we'll get to why after this.
Bryant to Maxi Rodriguez. Maxi's pass lets him down. Lejope recovers.
So here's why it's good that the fullbacks become the work rate guys, because they have clear and defined roles. Sometimes with a midfield five, if you're not truly meshed, you can have confusion about who are going to be the guys that are going to make the runs. In this setup, there is no confusion. Your fullbacks are forward.
Reese Williams leaves it out. Levi's drives it across the pitch. Nobody on the other side.
All right, 30 minutes in, it's time for the first report card of the night. For Detroit City FC, they get a solid B. The only thing that they have missed is they've had 2 or 3 good chances and haven't been able to slot one home. For Monterey Bay, they're right in the middle of the pack, B-, C+. They have been further forward along the back line than I think they would like to be. They've had 1 really good chance that probably edges them toward a B-, but they haven't been able to take advantage of the counter the way they would like to and apply any sustained pressure.
I would agree with that assessment. Throw into Jope. Direct ball for Ben Morris. He's 1v4, but City still comes away with the possession, at least temporarily. Tracking back was fair to play it away.
Neil, that's tough. Yeah, there have been a lot more physical plays that have been urged to play on. That's softer.
Just got a good look at Ben Morris. 3 goals on the season now after his opener against Lou City. That was the match winner. Demianchuk, the head referee, not buying that effort. Reese Williams will send it back. Jope slots it ahead. Ballard in space. Ballard's been very good. There's that Ballard-Suarez combo again. Suarez couldn't believe the whistle.
He reached the off arm. It gives the referee something to look at, but one of the
could be in those books. Yeah, it had an awkward look to it, so chances are it's going to be called.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. Robinson does well to track that down right in front of the touchline. Robinson played 16 matches for the Las Vegas Lights back in 2020. Has a goal on the year, but can't catch up to that one. Kai Green steps up. The Monterey Bay FC. Ballard tracks that pass down.
Look at the way Suarez and Morris are occupying all 4 of Monterey Bay's back line. Nobody's coming forward.
And John, that's a little bit of a shift to the positioning of Suarez. He's looking to start higher up now.
He has come into that about 35, 40-yard range. And he's pinning back the back line as a result, which gives DCFC's fullbacks license to go on a jaunt and come into things.
Morris inside the 18, lays it off. Levi's try to send it through. Maxi Rodriguez has his shot blocked.
It's a nice step in block there.
Dixon had it. Now Maxi Rodriguez takes it back. Suarez with some space, lays it off. Levi's gives it a go and sends it just wide of the post.
And Dario Suarez getting the thumbs up because that's an unselfish leave. A lot of guys, they get in that central shooting position, they're going to try to have a go. He was never looking to shoot, saw Levi's was the runner, in a much better position body-wise, left it off unselfishly.
Apparently the ball was deflected. Anthony Siaha got a piece of it, I believe. So the keeper from Cameroon able to deflect it away, and this corner kick, as always, brought to you by Mistake 811. Know what's below? Visit mistake811.org before any digging project. Lejo collects it. Rodriguez will send that back to Steinwasser.
Took the counterattack right out of play. And Nate Steinwasser wisely up in that kind of sweeper keeper position to give that outlet.
Steinwasser hunting for an assist there, was looking for Ben Morris. He has one on the season, so he fancies himself a playmaker. And here comes City one more time. The cross! Boy, Siaha had to be careful, and he was able to collect it.
Siaha has done really well tonight reading low balls. It's tough sometimes to get across your body down low and make that save. Watch his positioning as this ball comes across. Right there on the front post. Good positioning, not bothered by the runners. Cut it off.
Ballard to Suarez. He's looking to go, as usual. Lays it off. Rodriguez has some space. Yep. Well, Monterey Bay has really fallen back with their back line, even the midfielders too. Ballard couldn't make the turn. Michael Bryant will have to track back. He's in a track meet right now with Alex Dixon. The pass ahead is cut out by Matt Lewis. And boy, Monterey Bay FC, it didn't look like it would become that dangerous, but it did.
A little rope-a-dope there.
Yeah.
They were pinned back. But you know what? It started with that back heel. Got a little cute with the back heel leave it. Got intercepted, and all of a sudden, you're caught out. If you're going to leave a back heel like that, make sure it gets there.
This 5 minutes of the broadcast presented by Strategic Staffing Solutions, people-powered, customer-centered, community champions. And another whistle.
You know the best thing I love about these flag kits, Neil? Road flare yellow numbers. That's a broadcaster's friend right there. These may be the best numbers Detroit City have ever worn. For my old eyes.
Maybe the best in the USL, huh?
Just if the other teams in USL could take a page out of those numbers books.
It's all John Krieger's world, ladies and gentlemen. We are all just guests in it. Monterey Bay FC on the counter again, and that time losing control of it was Donor. So Maury Donor, who has played over 50 matches for Monterey Bay, unable to maintain the possession, and just looks down at the turf and says, yeah.
And he's being reminded of that by the Northern Guard at the moment.
Reese Williams In the corner. Collects it. Williams. The cross. Ballard. Couldn't get to it. It's defended very nicely by Robinson. And the outlet to Valesky. Haven't said his name a lot here tonight. And that's a guy that scored 7 goals on the season.
Valesky made a really good run to make the switch possible.
#200th USL match tonight for Valesky. And Nate Steinwasser will make the grab.
That ball was tailing away from him, Neil.
Next 5 minutes of this broadcast presented by Ally. Ally, proud to be the official financial services partner of DCFC. Learn more at ally.com. 41st minute. There's been a very good pace to this match. Detroit City FC certainly have had their opportunities. I think, John, this match has been pretty much on brand so far. City's had more of the possession. They've had more of the chances. But Monterey Bay FC's done just enough on the counter to make you worry about it.
You know what we didn't see tonight, though, and that's perhaps the most promising thing, despite the fact that City don't have a goal. They didn't have their middle of the first half go off the boil 10 minutes. They've kept the heat up for all 41, and that is a marked shift from the before times, before the 4-4-1-1, where a lot of things would go off the boil for about the 20 to 30 minute mark. We haven't seen that tonight. And because you're a good broadcaster, the next question is why? The fullbacks coming forward. I think there's a lot clearer and more defined roles, and you're not unsure about what you're supposed to do. And you're starting to see some of that muscle memory develop.
And this is the first real any kind of stagnation we've seen in the match. It has been end to end over the first 40 minutes. Maxi Rodriguez to Dario Suarez. Usually something happens. And Suarez in the middle. Goes out to Ballard. Ballard toe pokes it. Rodriguez. Sent it through. Lejeune. Reese Williams. Tries to find Levi's. Levi's. The cross. Ballard was waiting for it. Comes free to Michael Bryant. Suarez in the middle. Tons of possession here for City. Lejeune. Maxi Rodriguez with the switch. Here's Levi's again. Towards the back post. Ballard made a bid. City will get a throw. Bryant will toss it in. Can't imagine there'll be much stoppage time.
No, I would guess 1 minute, 2 max.
Throw flick towards the 6. It's loose for a moment. Cleared away. Reese Williams drives it in. That's cut out. Bryant tried to find Ballard, and that ball will be cleared out into the crowd. Maxi Rodriguez wanted it quick so he could throw it in. Detroit City FC 4 shots on target. Monterey Bay FC with none. But this is where they're dangerous. Fair tries to find Dixon. Matt Lewis. A couple of players down for Monterey Bay FC. Maxi Rodriguez with it.
City absolutely right there to not play it out of play.
We'll go back to Matt Lewis. And there will be no stoppage time. That will be brought to you by Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. So 45 minutes down, 45 more to go. But all in all, John, a good first half for Le Rouge. They were definitely the attacking side.
You know what? I would even go to a good to great half for Le Rouge. They imposed their offensive will in a way that they needed to do to continue the momentum from Wednesday night. The only thing missing is the goal. They'll try to get that after halftime.
Halftime presented by Stroh's, because Stroh's has spoken here. We'll be right back with more.
There's a beer in the D for me and you. From Royal Oak to Jefferson Avenue. Grab a friend and a jersey too and chant like you give a damn.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
So you should see the report in your inboxes in just 1 second.
This is what should have happened. At least 3 days before starting his project, Bob should have called 811 or went to missdig811.org to have his local utility providers locate and mark the location of buried lines in his yard. Dig safely.
Okay, so you should see your report in your inboxes now.
Call Miss Dig 811.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With a TurboMax engine and a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $299 a month. Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
We're here at the halftime presented by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. And now it's time for our newest edition of City Stories presented by Ally. Enjoy this feature on DCFC's first ever Women's Black Arrow Award winner, Sid Bloomquist.
Now it's Bloomquist. Bloomquist will test her luck at a bending ball in.
It's super cool to play for a club like Detroit City, just what they've done in terms of resources and the fan support. It's a real community feel around here, so it's great to get on the pitch and have thousands of fans just cheering you on and singing the whole time. So I started out in 2020. I knew of the club through social media. When I saw that they announced a women's team, reached out to the club, and the rest is history. COVID was a bit special with only a short series, but I really wanted to get the full Detroit City experience, and so far I have. The fans haven't let me down. When I graduated, I had gone to a pro combine in Florida and California and got linked up with an agent there, and then I started sending emails out on my own and trying to see what interest I could get, and fortunately I did. Started out in Czech Republic and then ended up in Sweden and bounced my way to Finland, and then I went over to Sporting Club de Portugal. The experience of playing European football, it's a different style than the American way, and I wanted to take my game to the next level and add different aspects of my game that I wouldn't normally learn in the US. Growing up, honestly, I did have the dream of playing professionally, but I didn't know how I was gonna go about it, and I really didn't think much about European opportunities. I was thinking more of just in the US. It wasn't until I graduated college that I was starting to see more players go over to Europe and start careers there. That dream came later in life. I wouldn't say I feel a weight on my shoulders, but I want to give back to the game in the ways that I can, you know, whether that's through my play or just helping players try and reach the next level, whether it's high school, college, or the pro game, just kind of sharing that knowledge.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league, the USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer, bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Do it.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Ooh, nice play. All right, go. There you go.
So cute. At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Get back to work. Oh.
Back inside historic Keyworth Stadium, 0-0 through the first 45 minutes. Halftime brought to you by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. Let's take a look at what's going on around the world of USL Championship as we get you caught up with the news and the notes. And John, as we take a look at what's going on around the USL, Odin Quinn, the second ever USL Championship players, surpassed 20,000 regular season minutes. Quite an accomplishment.
It is, but he was joined tonight because Hugh Roberts is now over that 20,000 minute mark here for Monterey Bay. So celebrating, of course, Aiden Quinn and someone who has become a true veteran of this league and a very good player. But also we've got another one here on the pitch tonight. It shows you how veteran the league is becoming.
Yeah, and the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, you saw that in the news and notes. They sit atop of the table in the Eastern Conference standings. They may never lose again, John.
They are just a juggernaut that is cold and ruthless and chokes the life out of opponents. Plain and simple. They get a couple of goals and they shut you down. I didn't think they had this in them this season. I also didn't expect to see Lou City down there in 5th. but that shows you how top to bottom this league growing and becoming more competitive.
And on the Western Conference side, of course, Monterey Bay FC right now sitting in a tie for that 6th spot as they have 20 matches played. But the Western Conference, the meat grinder that it always is.
Neil, take a look at this. All the way down to 11th place. You're 2 points off a playoff spot. It's going to be a fight to the finish.
Let's check out what's going on in and around the USL Championship in a match that's very important to Detroit City FC fans. Indy 11, a draw at home against the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
But how about this? You said Pittsburgh might never lose again. Charleston Battery says, I see ya. We disagree. In the second half, they lead 3-1 against the Riverhounds. That's a good effort by Charleston to put that one up there on the Eastern Division leaders.
Lou City and Birmingham level at 1 as well. We'll take our final halftime break. Come back, get you the second half of action. Halftime brought to you by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here.
Brilliant Detroit's mission is to help create kid success neighborhoods where all the kids and the families have what they need to be healthy, getting education and family support. We do that by getting houses in the middle of the neighborhood that we repurpose to really serve as a central hub. We are currently nestled in neighborhoods in Detroit. We are represented in every district, and our goal is to have 24 in the next 4 years.
Literacy is a gateway from poverty, and we want our children to be well versed as well as well prepared.
We want to make sure that kids are ready for kindergarten and they're reading at grade level by 3rd grade. The statistics are clear, right? You're learning to read up to 3rd grade, you're reading to learn after that. If you do not know how to read or read well, you're going to be behind.
All this stuff has really just been great for a dad to be able to go to a program, get this help academically.
So when we go home, we don't have to feel ashamed that we can't help our kids with a homework package, because at the same time, as they're growing, we're growing too.
And what we really want to do is accomplish what I would call population level growth. So grow enough where we can fundamentally change the statistics.
I am American Home Fitness.
I'm American Home Fitness.
I am American Home Fitness.
We are American Home Fitness.
Come to any American Home Fitness location for the hottest deals on the latest fitness equipment and accessories. American Home Fitness, Michigan's home for fitness and the official fitness equipment provider of the Detroit City Football Club.
Let's check out the first half stats brought to you by Cintron and the highlights as well. And John, Detroit City FC, 4 shots on target. Monterey Bay FC did not register one. They were active often in the final third.
Well, they were looking for another early start like Wednesday night against Lou City. Coming in, Ben Morris wins the battle, sends it to Dario Suarez. He couldn't get all of it, and the hands on the head tells you he knows he should have put that one in the back of the net. A few minutes later, Detroit City FC, with one of their better-looking set pieces of the season, headed back through the midfield, or through the mixing bowl, and just headed over top of the goal. Maxi Rodriguez and Dario Suarez, hands on heads again. Now, here comes Ballard. We talked about him in the open. He needed to be able to provide service. He does! Another header and another nice read and save by the Monterey Bay keeper. And then, in the 35th minute, Detroit City FC back at it again. They create a turnover, play it forward to the top of the D. Suarez with a professional leave there. Levice was in a better shooting position. He had the better chance, but he undercuts it a little bit, scuffed it, and it goes wide of the goal. And then in the 37th minute, it's been all DCFC really from an attacking standpoint on the evening. That one headed out wide, and DCFC just doesn't give up on the play. Bounces into the area. They try to sneak it in with a runner at the front post, and it goes too far.
Let's check out the numbers from the first 45 minutes of play. Once again, brought to you by Cintron. And John, there you see all the possession, all the shots on target for Detroit City FC. A little misleading, though, with Monterey Bay FC and what they like to do in that counter. You certainly have to be mindful.
You called it exactly. You know, all of those stats are great for DCFC, except that 0 in the goals category, because on the counterattack, all it takes is 1, and you're behind.
Let's take this opportunity to get you tonight's Fago trivia question. Which LaRouche player scored the first goal in club history against a team from California? Tweet your answers to @DetroitCityFC, where you can win a $15 Kroger gift card. Good to purchase Fago products. We'll get you the answer in a few minutes. So we're ready to go here in the second half. Huge 3 points. You saw the standings during the USL News and Notes. Detroit City, John, if they can find a way to get out of here with 3, they're right back in the party.
They're back in the playoff hunt, and they got a lot of home matches coming up. Got to go to Oakland next week, but then it's home cooking, and you could really mount a charge.
Second half underway. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you from historic Keyworth Stadium, Detroit City FC, Monterey Bay FC. Here comes City in the early going. Ballard trying to find Jope. And now we're going the other way with Monterey Bay FC. They have 4 attackers and more jumping up into the play. Doer making a run on that right side. And unable to capitalize was Chase Boone. He couldn't control the possession, and it cost a dangerous opportunity.
And you know what? That's the first time we've seen Maury Donor, one of the fullbacks, get forward for Monterey Bay tonight. And he's got it now.
Donor with it. Lara played 61 matches for Las Vegas and Hartford the last 3 seasons. Donor, his cross. And Michael Bryant touches that one over the line. A corner kick coming up.
You know what, though? You had to do that if you're Bryant, because there's a player backside that'll send that right across the face of goal.
And there you just saw Michael Bryant point to his ears and put his arms out and said, "Nobody told me." The crowd is loud tonight, though. I will say that.
The Northern Guard has kicked up the decibel meter.
Yes, they have. Corner for Monterey Bay FC. Maxi Rodriguez sends it back. Now the ball put right back into the mixing bowl again. Flicked on. Steinwasser came off the line, and instead it was Matt Lewis just booming it away. Can Lay Jope make a move with it?
That's a really good bit of control by Jope. Could have just hoofed it forward. Instead, DCFC established possession.
Lewis. Bryant out on the right side. Maxi Rodriguez. Well, those midfielders always amaze me, man. 8 to 12 miles a night.
Think about that.
And not just around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like stressful. Reese Williams got in the mix. That could be a corner. And it is. Boy, what a great job by Reese Williams to produce the Mystic 811 corner. Know what's below and visit mystic811.org before any digging project. That was just a sheer want to play.
Take a look at the way Williams just muscles his man off the ball and then back onto the ball out of control to win the corner.
See if City can find a bit of magic off the set piece. Corner served in by Ballard deep. Bryant heads it up. Lewis taken down. And now an opportunity.
That's going to be a booking.
And that will be a booking.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, John, it had to be.
Yeah, there was, soon as he went down, there's nobody behind him. There's defensive cover, which kept it from being a red. But that's an automatic card.
And there was some physicality inside the 18 for Detroit City as Levi's goes in the books. Let's see it again. Matt Lewis was absolutely erased.
He got trucked.
And the Detroit City athletic training staff, Maureen Lilla out. Boy, Matt Lewis, man.
So here's my issue with Matt Lewis getting trucked like that. If that happens anywhere else on the pitch, because the guy going over the top didn't keep straight body position, leaned over Matt Lewis, instigated the contact, anywhere but in the area, that's a foul. But in the area, that doesn't get called.
Matt Lewis throws the water bottle down as he's ready to come back into the match. Matt Lewis has been through the battles this season, and that's putting it mildly. He comes back in right away, sprints back to his defensive spot. Donor had it for a second. Stephen Carroll took it away, tried to thread the pass through to Ben Morris. Here comes Morris. Ian Morris, the shot, and the stop is made. Boy, Siaha saved the day for Monterey Bay FC.
Well, Siaha made the save the day, but really the defender saved the day, cutting off one side of the net on that shot attempt. When we see a replay, watch how he's forced to his right because the defender comes in on the left side. So close.
Joe in the middle. City's got to go back to work. Beautiful layoff there by Maxi Rodriguez. Dario Suarez makes a move up. Suarez lets it go, and that shot is blocked. When that defender took one for the team. And that whistle will go against Monterey Bay FC.
And we've got a booking.
So now the card's coming out. Maury Donor will go in the books. Reese Williams causing problems again, man.
So let's take a look at Morris on the breakaway here. This is the guy that really makes the play, making up tremendous distance to come across Hugh Roberts as he passes the 20,000 minute mark, shut off half the goal. That allowed the keeper to come and get big.
Lay Jobe could be dangerous from here. If he sees something, sees an angle to his liking, he can give it a go. Jobe drives it in. It was knocked down.
Important body position by Morris there to shut off the counter.
Michael Bryant will send it into Jobe. Levi's. Lewis. Ballard had it. Suarez, nifty little touch. Rodriguez. Out to Reese Williams again. Levi's, the overlapping run. Ball fizzed in. Nobody on the other side for City. And Dario Suarez points to his chest and said, hey, I should have been there.
He got a little bit sprung up by a very good shape from the Monterey Bay back line. Didn't really let him get in on goal. He had about half a second to make a run and stay onside. Once that was gone, it wasn't going to happen.
You saw a good look there at Anthony Siaha, the keeper for Monterey Bay FC. He is all of 6'6". Lewis will ping it up ahead, looking for Morris again. Morris will fight his way through to keep the possession. Suarez steps in. Jobe has some space. Thought about letting it go. Jobe threads it ahead, and Ballard put it over top of the frame. The flag was up, however, I believe.
Since the flag was up, we won't talk about the fact that that probably should have been in the back of the net because it wouldn't have counted. That's Mr. Ballard getting pie eyes. Great leave by Dario Suarez. Absolutely looked off a defender. Laid Jope an even better pass. And Ballard, you know what? Ballard, what ended up happening there, Neil? Ballard's body position, he started to tilt backward. When you tilt backward, when your foot's going to make contact, it's going to lift the ball.
This 5 minutes presented by the all-new Detroit City FC app. Download it now for exclusive video content, man of the match voting, and more. And John, we touched on this Wednesday, but even more so today, we knew the goal-scoring acumen of Dario Suarez. John, when he touches the ball, something happens every single time.
You know, and I've got to hold my hand up. For a long time, I thought Dario Suarez was a poacher. I thought he was good at scoring. I didn't know he had a multifaceted game like this. I am equally as impressed with his unselfishness and his passing as I am with his ability to shoot.
It turns the game.
It does. And I have not seen that part of his game fully on display. We're seeing it live here.
Stepping up and giving one a lash, and the misfire by Moby Fair. 56th minute, no score. Detroit City FC, dangerous opportunities in the first half. They've been the more dangerous side here in the second half. But the scoreboard hasn't nudged. Matt Lewis steps up to play that ball away, and Le Jope tracks back.
He kept that in. Nice job by Le there.
Lewis goes down. Official initially said play on.
Well, he was trying to play advantage, and the advantage quickly disappeared. That's actually good refereeing. Too many times officials will say, well, I played advantage, it's your fault, you lost it. But for advantage to be truly given, it has to materialize. It has to materialize longer than one kick of the ball. And that's a really good decision to pull that back.
Sergei Demyanchuk here tonight, John, has been consistent. If anything, he's been consistent.
He is dealing with a tough game well.
In a charged atmosphere. Direct ball again for Morris through two defenders, and Morris got on the end of it one more time. Couldn't keep it this time, however. There's a heavy touch. City has three across trying to attack, and it works because they get the throw.
You know, I want to go back to that long ball to Morris because there's something happening here with City in the last two matches that is absolutely outstanding. Oftentimes when you put one forward up top, the tendency is to play a long ball straight over the top. What that does is allow both center backs to condense and converge on the ball.
Bryant makes a run. Rodriguez calling for it. Bryant's cross cut out, and it will go out for another corner. Brought to you by Mistig 811. Know what's below? Visit mistig811.org before any digging project.
What City is doing on their long balls, they're going to left side or right, making players, defenders play the angles. And by the way, that's another nice play by Bryant to get forward, win a corner.
He was shot out of a cannon up that right side. Corner sent towards the back post. Bryant tried to head it down, couldn't sneak it in.
So take a look at this long ball over the top. Normally, you're not going straight. Oh, this is back on the missed goal opportunity by Morris as he gets shut off from the left side.
But again, a heck of a play by Hugh Roberts.
Yep, absolutely. Great track back by Roberts. Made up about 15 yards of difference. That's the difference in this game right now. If you're looking for a man of the match for Monterey Bay, he's it.
That's what over 218 matches of USL experience will do for you. Here was a dangerous setup, and actually that whistle will go against Monterey Bay FC. Boy, it looked like they had turned the corner and were ready to go.
All right, 60 minutes in, it's time for round 2 of report cards. For Detroit City, they're up into a B+, A-. They've done everything right so far tonight. And
there's only one way
that you're going to get the full A. You got to put a goal in the net. For Monterey Bay, it looks like they are going according to plan, but they haven't been able to really mount too many counterattacks without Detroit City FC's defense to be able to come back and get in position.
Carroll slots that one ahead beautifully to Ben Morris. Morris, the cross, and the flag up. I believe that is the case.
And so Monterey Bay right now still kind of in that C+, B- range. We know what they want to do. They haven't done it yet.
Anthony Siaha right now. Body language looks as though he's upset. He's got the hands on the hips. He's kind of been illustrated with his hands. Yeah, we haven't seen that a lot. A little direct ball there for Monterey Bay FC. Reese Williams tried to take it away.
DCFC fans will love the physicality they're seeing from their side. Unafraid to get into those challenges. We have a foul.
This looks like it will go against City, so Les Jope will be the guilty party. Joe played 26 matches last year, does have 2 goals on the season. Those came earlier in the year. And those goals by Jope, as Jope will go in the books, as a matter of fact. Let's see it.
Yeah, push him in the back. That's a foul. You know, you see the pride flag up there on our screen graphic, and a great presentation at halftime, Neil. Up over $40,000 given to the Ruth Ellis Center between our partners at Ally Financial and also the supporters during the June Pride Raiser campaign to help Ruth Ellis Center's work to assist LGBT youth in our city.
And Detroit City did a good job scoring goals too.
They did.
It's kind of an important part of it as well.
Well, it's, you know, and it's also nice to have partners like Ally who will double that and extend things out and really do a lot of good as part of the organically grown Pride Raiser initiative.
Ball sent into the back corner. Nate Steinwasser makes the grab. Steinwasser drives it out, was looking to complete that to Morris. Dario Suarez makes a run.
Look at Morris pinning him back.
Well, that went across the line, and it will be a corner kick for Detroit City FC.
That is an all-world play by Morris.
And this corner kick will be brought to you by Mistig 811. Know what's below? Visit mistig811.org before any digging project.
Absolutely owned it. Look at it. Ben Morris just made his buddy big and said, I'm gonna come at you. And his opposite never got a chance to turn around. Donor was outmatched.
So here we go again. Can City connect? Corner driven in, flicked away. Reese Williams will come over for the throw. Instead, Michael Bryant, who is more than capable of sending this throw into the mixing bowl.
Yeah, you don't want Reese Williams taking that throw. You want him to receive it and lay it off for somebody.
I think Bryant's just going to chuck this one into the mixing bowl, which he does. And it's flicked back towards the middle. Suarez stepped up, and now it's played away, but Ballard will gain the control.
Look at how pinned back Monterey Bay is right now. Yes, it's coming. Ooh, that's a heavy touch. That's a way to let off some pressure.
I believe Dimianchuk, the official, needed a refresher on his spray bottle. Suarez slings it out to Maxi Rodriguez. Maxi couldn't quite get to it.
But you love the build-up play. That's 4 touches. 4 one-touch moves. And you get it all the way down into the area.
Direct ball sent up again. Oh, how good is that from Stephen Carroll? How good was that? Suarez has it. Morris. Suarez makes a run. Williams overlapping. Morris will go himself. Morris, the shot towards the near post. Just drew it a little too much.
Wanted to cut it back across the body, make it tough for the keeper. Use a couple of screeners. Just dragged it too far wide.
This 5 minutes of broadcast presented by Boab Fair. Ben Morris has given it a go here this evening.
And this is, by the way, it also should be pointed out, Monterey Bay didn't have a match in midweek.
Reese Williams, 5 back across Monterey Bay FC, and Williams misfire on the cross. Boy, how about that header from the gentleman behind the Fort Pontchartrain Hotel sign?
Sign him up. Halftime attraction.
With a hat on, too. And he's taking a bow right now. He wants more service.
It appears that he is feeling good about his performance.
Just saw himself up there on the TV, I believe. It was sharp, trust me. Sent it right down to the turf, but not an overly choppy bounce. Let's see another look at it here. How about this? Lines it up, boom. How about that?
Nice. You know what? Got the crown, got it on the front of the forehead, turned it the other way. That would have been tough for a keeper to stop.
Yeah.
DCFC, a club you never grow out of, even in the suites.
Right. Donor with it. Job comes back to take it away.
A little more of a press here from Monterey Bay.
Job able to win it. Can Suarez make a turn? He does. Here comes Dario Suarez. Ballard up with him. Suarez tried to thread it through. Ballard cut off the run. Siaha scooped it up.
Advantage well played by the official there.
Neither coach has made any moves as of yet. We're getting into that time where you start to see the subs come in. So we're here going through the 69th minute. Morris the target again. That one headed away.
A little bit of a change in tactic here by Monterey Bay. starting to establish some more possession.
There's Boone with it. Good build up there, and Matt Lewis once again foils the plan. I just like to use the word foils. Doesn't get used enough these days.
That's a $5 word.
It is. Trying to bring it back.
Never thought of you as an old school guy.
Typically I'm not, but foils, it's so frustrating even to hear. Here's Suarez in middle. Suarez can't connect on the pass. Monterey Bay FC now looking to counter.
Sending the fullback forward more freely now.
Donor is. Levi's tried to clear it away, could not. Here's Donor now on the end of it. Works against Levi's 1v1. Levi shades him away. His cross was cut out by Stephen Carroll. And that ball's taken away by Fair. Donor drives it in. Stephen Carroll again sends it back. And Reese Williams wins it. And Williams will drive it looking for Morris. Kind of misfired on that attempt.
You know what, though? That was smart to clear it out of there, because look at how it spread the field. And when it was sent back in by Monterey, it was easily on Monterey Bay. It was easily collected.
Maxi Rodriguez tried to make a turn. Boone along the line. It's cleared out. Lejo. Dario Suarez in the middle. But again, that touch comes at the midfield line.
They are man marking Dario right now. And
Dario
he slipped through.
Works his way through in a seam. Out to Reese Williams. Dario calls for it. Gets it back. Three defenders had a shot at Dario Suarez. Reese Williams drives it to the back post. Nobody on the other side for Detroit City. And fans, our friends at the Garrett J. Verberg Company have made a generous donation to Detroit City FC youth programs and are matching all donations up to $50,000. Scan the QR code on the screen right now to support youth soccer in the city of Detroit. Big thanks to our friends at the Garrett J. Verberg Company for their generous donation match. Take out those phones and help the cause, help youth soccer in the city of Detroit. As organic as it gets. Here's Ben Morris with Dario Suarez. Morris to Suarez, trying to go back across. Reese Williams has it. His cross deflected right to Lejo. Joe crosses over in the box, and his shot was deflected. And no, it wasn't. Just a misfire there by Joe, so it will be a goal kick.
Well, these two teams have played 162 minutes against each other all time. And we haven't had a goal yet. 0-0 last year, 0-0 here through 72 minutes.
Lejo looks on. The screws continue to tighten. Huge 3 points on the line.
And really, with Indy 11 dropping 2 tonight with that draw, you need the 3. This is one of those moments where you can pick up some points.
And John, that's a good call by you, because if you want to avoid being in a spot where you desperately need them later, easily get them now instead.
Yep, you can pick it up. Remember, Indy's got a couple of matches in hand on Detroit City FC too, so you got to pick up the points to give yourself a little bit of a cushion.
This 5 minutes of the match brought to you by Salim Dental, the official dentist of Detroit City Football Club. Lara. Boone Sends it into the 18. Matt Lewis plays it away. Ben Morris, it's 1v about 5, but still comes down with it. Maxi Rodriguez to Ben Morris. Suarez making a run on the left side. Suarez has it. Reese Williams moving up as well. Suarez going to take this one himself. Suarez, the cross! It's in the back of the net! Dario Suarez on the redirection puts City up 1-0. This goal brought to you by Salim Dental.
He's been magical all week, and City's El Mago got another one. That's why he was traded for, and he just paid dividends. I'll do this myself. Beats a guy, uses him as a screener, and puts it off the defender. That'll be an own goal. But he put himself in a position to get the defender to use him and to commit, and it bounces past the sprawling keeper. And Dario Suarez with a bit of individual magic. And now it's time to hold on and pick up all 3 points for Detroit City FC.
That is why he was acquired. And the crowd here at Keyworth in an absolute frenzy. They are 15 minutes plus stoppage time away from a huge 3 points. And John, we saw this against Lou City, this very same scenario where City went right back to work.
And look at Dario Suarez giving instructions there. He's out there talking, getting people to move. He wants this bad. Now don't step
Here
off.
come Monterey Bay FC on the attack to the middle, and Levi's takes it away.
That's a foul. That's a good call.
Oh, Yuseki is hot right now.
Now here comes the question. This 11 has worked hard all night and appears to be playing well. Do you shuffle the deck for fresh legs, or do you hold pat?
There is a lot of movement over in that area where you see players loosening up. Suarez thought he had it still. We talked about Novello Yuseki. If that name sounds familiar, he did play 3 matches for AFC Ann Arbor back in 2019.
They won't forget.
Here's Reese Williams. That ball taken away and a goal kick awarded.
And suddenly Monterey Bay has a little more urgency about them.
'78th minute. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. Dario Suarez just did the deal. The goal that thousands of fans here were desperate for, and Suarez delivered it. Now they'll look to make it hold up. We just got done talking about it. Indy 11, a draw tonight.
And according to our stats feed here, Neil, it has now been changed. It is officially an own goal by Alex Lara. But Dario Suarez, make no mistake, made it happen.
Dario Suarez does not care about it.
He will take it.
Yeah.
So will the 7,000 unlicensed referees and everybody else.
And there's not a person, a Detroit City fan watching around the world right now that cares either. And the task is simple right now for Monterey Bay FC. And this falls into, John, what I talk about often. There's no difference between losing 2-0 and 1-0.
Got to press. And that actually could play into Detroit City's hands, because this is not a team that is built to relentlessly press.
Monterey Bay will be the first to shuffle the deck.
Let's take a moment and look at this bit of magic again from Dario Suarez. Flat beats his man, holds up, and there's Lara sliding over, and it clearly goes off the leg and up over the keeper. But Dario Suarez, make no mistake, the speed, the power, getting in position. It's almost cruel when those are taken away from the forwards.
John, you could see it though when he got that possession. There was purpose. Lejob tracks back. Oh, and they played advantage, I believe, and Dario Suarez called for the foul, or was it Jope? Either way, I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, it matters a little if it's Jope. He's already on a booking, so you don't want to get any sort of accumulation. But still, a dangerous position here for Monterey Bay.
This portion of the match brought to you by the Fort Pontchartrain Hotel in downtown Detroit. Ball chipped up by Robinson. Monterey Bay FC will gather the possession. It's Boone. Boone's cross to the back post. Michael Bryant won that duel. And Ballard will just send it down the pitch. Siaha will send it back down. Lara heads it back towards the middle. Stephen Carroll has it. Rodriguez touches it. That ball will trickle across the line, and Detroit City FC will take their time with a throw. Levi's will toss that one in. And now here comes Lejob. Jope to Morris. And now along that far touchline, Ballard. He looks to make a move. No whistle. Fans here can't believe it. Monterey Bay FC looking to move forward, but Jope will take it away. Levi's. Levi's has it. Reese Williams overlapping run. Levi's will keep it. Levi's catch up to it. He can't. A little bit heavy by Ben Morris on the touch.
The unlicensed officials here not a fan of that call.
And a couple substitutions here for Monterey Bay FC. Christian Voleski will come out of the match, and John, we did not say his name.
He was
very
shut down.
much.
For most of this match, he was shut down. He was well marked by the center backs. And frankly, Monterey Bay never got enough purchase on a counter to get him involved.
Alex Dixon comes out as well. Simon Dawkins, Sean Oakley will come in also. And that whistle will go against Monterey Bay FC. 85th minute. John, I think Trevor James is going to dance with the 11 that brung him.
And you know what? I don't blame him. You don't have a midweek match. They're going to have long recovery anyway. You don't want to mix up the chemistry that's on the field right now.
Ball ahead for Reese Williams, headed away. The 4th of 4 matches in 11 days. And Trevor James. A lot of these guys, this whole lineup, played on Wednesday.
And you know what? When you're outside the playoffs looking in, sometimes that's got to happen.
That is true. You have to have these 3 points here tonight. Stephen Carroll tracks back. Steinwasser will ping this one down the pitch and does. Maxi Rodriguez tracks back. Can't corral it. Ogoli did. Settled it down to Dawkins. Donor. There will be another sub for Monterey Bay FC. Chuy Enriquez will come in. Yoseki will come out. We cross into the 87th minute.
And Nate Steinwasser, I have a bet, is going to take some time over this.
And let's get you the answer to the Fago trivia question. And the answer is Yazid Matthews. Matthews scored his first of 2 goals in the match in the 10th minute in an away trip to Napa Valley 1839 FC back in August of 2019 in the MPSL Members Cup en route to a 4-0 win. So if you got that one, congratulations. Hope you tweeted the answer to @Detroit City FC. Levi's touches that one ahead. Dario Suarez.
I would not be surprised to see 4 minutes of stoppage, Neil. So you've got about 7 minutes left to hang on here if you're Detroit City.
Dario Suarez would have my vote for man of the match, man of the week.
Mine too. And potentially, if they get into the playoffs, man of the season.
I would agree.
He has turned some things
everything
around.
has changed since he walked in the door. But that's not the assignment right now for Detroit City FC fans. 88th minute. Lara, all 11 out there for City, have played every minute of this match. Lara pings that one towards the back post. Just nobody there for Monterey Bay FC.
Don't get cute. Get it out of there.
Maxi Rodriguez does. Hugh Roberts settles it down. Dawkins. Levi's shook him by Boone. Rebelar. Now it's winged out, some space on the left side. Towards the top of the D, and that shot will go wide of the frame. And it was not deflected, so a goal kick coming up for Nate Steinwasser.
Steinwasser picked up a yellow card Wednesday for time wasting. Don't want to do that 2 matches in a row. But he'll go right up to that point. There we go. The referee just asked him to play it, and he does.
Lejo sends it towards the final third of the field. Now gets it back. Joe, brilliant move to keep the possession. Can Reese Williams get on the end of it? He cannot.
Look at the way Monterey Bay are. This is any kind of defensive setup is only a precursor to bombing forward right now. 3 at the back.
And there will be 3 minutes of stoppage time, brought to you by Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. Cross in, and Bryant heads it away. Here come Monterey Bay again. Boone has it. And that goes out for a corner.
Now this is where we get to in 1-0 soccer games. You live dangerously.
So here we go. This corner will be served up into the mixing bowl, driven in and headed away by Stephen Carroll and hoofed out of play. Throw in coming up. Maxi Rodriguez. Morris gave chase. And this throw will go to City, and that's a big break.
This has just got to be an exercise in clock killing.
Electric atmosphere here at Keyworth. These fans want their side to finish this off. Big run by Donor, making a cross, his way across, but instead the ball played away. We are in the dying moments. Final couple seconds of the match. Nate Steinwasser. Steinwasser drives it. And the final whistle sounds, and Detroit City FC is right back in the mix in the Eastern Conference with a 1-0 win over Monterey Bay FC in front of almost 7,000 fans here at Keyworth.
That's a perfect week for Le Rouge. They pick up a couple of points on Indy 11. They march back toward the playoff places. They change the formation, and it all works. And the supporters go home happy for the second match in a row. Let's take a look as we begin our post-game show. That man, Dario Suarez, with high fives all around. Here is your save of the match, presented by Allied. This was the best chance, really, that Monterey Bay had. Steinwasser comes across, makes the grab, reads it well, and that should tell you something. about how Detroit City really limited Monterey Bay tonight.
And again, that brought to you by Ally. We're all better off with an Ally. Learn more at ally.com. And there is the man of the hour for Detroit City FC. And the man of the match brought to you by American Home Fitness. And speaking of fitness, Dario Suarez, all 90 minutes played, was electric against Lou City and was electric here tonight. And oh, by the way, responsible for the Tullamore Dew shot of the match, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey.
I'm going to do this myself, boys, and that's what he did. Turned on the Jets, worked to the outside, got his defender to commit, and that committed defender led to the own goal. Dario Suarez with a moment of magic and a great last 2 matches in a starting role for Detroit City FC.
Big 3 points for Detroit City FC here tonight. Dario Suarez taking matters into his own hands. And as we said, our man of the match brought to you by American Home Fitness. His 2nd goal for Detroit City FC, his 4th overall. And Dario Suarez fired up, and the fans are too. We'll be right back to wrap this thing up and take a look at the highlights. 1-0, Detroit City FC gets the win.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got, game-winning interception, first down, just a nice solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With a TurboMax engine and a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $299 a month. Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Let's take a look at the highlights from tonight's match, brought to you by Salim Dental. And John, as far as highlights go, there was really only one that's necessary.
And it is that moment of magic from Dario Suarez. He takes it on his mind to put his team on his back, gets that defender to commit, and scores the only goal of the game that, as it stands right now, even though Detroit City has played more matches, has them in the playoff place.
And that is what he was brought here to do, and that is what Dario Suarez has done for La Rouge. Now let's check out our full-time stats, brought to you by Salim Dental. And John, when you look at these numbers, a justified result for Detroit City FC.
And a really complete performance. 15 shots. I haven't seen that number in a match here at Keyworth for a long time. 5 on target and the lion's share of possession. A really complete effort and a complete week.
And that will wrap up our broadcast here from Keyworth. From our broadcast partner, John Krieger, and our producer, Tim McDermott. My name is Neil Rule, reminding you one final time, Detroit City FC with a big 1-0 win. Our final score brought to you by DTE Energy. Thanks for watching, everybody. Well, see you later.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.